Hello YouTube world, my name is Nicholas Montez and you're watching my YouTube channel, The Teenage Movie Critic. And welcome back to my YouTube channel everybody. I'm so excited to have to go back together again. And in today's video, we're going to be doing a Kung Fu Panda tier list with the release of Kung Fu Panda 4. So let's go and get started ranking we're not just ranking the films, we're ranking the TV shows as well as the little short films. Alright, so let's go and get started, and we're going to start with the original film that kicked this whole franchise off. The original Kung Fu Panda, and easily this is going in the top tier. I absolutely love this movie, and what's so great about it is that it takes a dumb premise of a panda doing kung fu, but manages to make it a story, a movie that has that slapstick humor that you love from it, the comedy that you expect from a premise like that, but at the same time, it's managed with likable characters that are casted by great people, and great music, great choreographed action, some great animation, and also just a story, specific characters that are interesting and flawed, and finds a great way to tell a unique story within it of what it means to be you, and like this movie's not fat shaming, it's fat celebrating. And even with the story of like Tai Lung, I think is great. Tai Lung's a great villain, as he was destined for greatness and it was all thrown away, and that whole story was just great. And you know, I love that this is a movie about believing in yourself, that, like, you are special. Like, the secret ingredient to you being special is yourself. And I love that. I love accepting and believing in yourself. That is just amazing stuff. I love this movie, and it is absolutely great. Then we have Secrets of the Furious 5. This is basically a little short that where Po has to babysit some bunnies, but through this, he tells the secrets of the Furious 5 to the bunnies. And I thought this was actually a pretty clever one that was able to tell every story of the Furious 5 in interesting and bold new ways. Where once you start seeing the Kung Fu Panda movies or shows, you see the characters a little bit differently. Especially like Tigress, where she was an orphan, and that was kind of sad. You get Monkey, who was a trickster. You get Crane, who's a cleaner. Mantis, he learned patience, and then Viper was a dancer and learned she didn't need fangs to defend her father. So I thought all the unique stories within this was really cool, and was able to be pretty much almost 2D animation throughout the entire thing. And so I thought it was actually pretty cool. So I liked this one. Then we have Kung Fu Panda Holiday. This is basically the Christmas sort of special. I thought it was actually pretty good. I rewatched it a couple weeks ago, and it actually lives up. It's pretty great. Okay, it's not great, but it's pretty good to the point where it has some good action. Even like the animation. For a little holiday special, it actually works on its own and all that stuff. And so, but it also has some nice themes with holiday themes and everything. So overall, I did like this one. And so I'll probably put it in B tier. I'm choosing between Secrets of the Furious 5 or this one, but I liked both, just to let you know. Yeah, I'll put, but the thing is, it's like Kung Fu Panda Holiday goes too far, goes too fast and I want to spend more time with it. I love the choreography of it though, and the way that they're, getting the food ready and everything. That was cool. Yeah, I'm putting Secrets of the Furious 5 up above it. Next up, we have Kung Fu Panda 2. Now, obviously, this is another film that I have talked about me saying that I absolutely love this movie. It is a great sequel. It is everything that the first film did. It almost did better. Where you get Po working with the Furious 5. The dynamic between all the team is great. But at the same time, you get more action, you get more laughs. You get a great villain in Lord Shen. But you also develop more of the character of Po and him trying to discover his past, what really happened with his parents. But even in the way that they're doing that is somewhat heartbreaking, but also kind of beautiful at the same time. And the way that the movie is able to do that is so impressive. And the way that it's able to be so powerful is so amazing to me. And even, once again, the score is fantastic. Even the new characters we get in here with Master Ox and Master Croc, they're pretty fun characters. I didn't even know that Jean-Claude Van Damme played Master Croc in the film. That was interesting. And so overall, it is a great sequel. Possibly the best, easily the second best project of all the Kung Fu Panda stuff that we've gotten. So for me, I love this movie. I will say, it's going behind Kung Fu Panda 1. Only for one reason, though. I think the first film just edges out. I prefer the story of accepting and believing in yourself rather than the story of learning to accept your past and who you are. I like the first one better. That's just it. Then we have Kung Fu Panda Legends of Awesomeness. This is the TV series that was released on Nickelodeon. And I thought it was actually pretty great. And I thought what this series did... Obviously, the animation's not going to be as big budget like the films were, but it's a pretty great series. It gives you more of what you couldn't get more on in the films, where you get to spend more time with Po and the Furious 5 and what they do in their everyday lives while fighting bad guys and fighting bandits. But you also get to learn a little bit more about the characters. You get to learn more with Tigress, learn more with Monkey, learn more with Mantis. Crane and Viper you don't get as much with, but it's still kind of interesting. Master Shifu you get to learn more about, and you get to learn a little bit more of the expansiveness of this world with, like, Kung Fu can be outlawed and all this stuff, and all the emperors and all this stuff, and it's overall really cool. The action's also pretty great. So it also has some pretty good music, and it has some good comedy at times too. And I like the way they kind of established all the little friendships between all the characters. And so, yeah, it's just a great series, man. If you like Kung Fu Panda, you'll enjoy this one. I love it. Now, it's only the only good Kung Fu Panda series because we got more on the way coming that we're going to talk about. Then we have Secrets of the Masters. This is basically the Kung Fu Panda story that tells the origins of Master Ox, Croc, and Rhino. And I watched it a long time ago, but honestly, I don't really care about this one. Because it's like, oh, so the way that they came together was they fought some snow leopard girls. Cool. And you get to see a younger version of Rhino. Okay, cool. It came out after the second movie, but I don't really care. I like the characters in the movie, but I don't really care to see a short film about them. So that's just me. I still did enjoy it though. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's gonna go and see. Next up we have Secrets of the Scroll. So we got Secrets of the Furious 5, which told the origins of where the Furious 5 came, of where the members of the Furious 5 went. And now the Secrets of the Scrolls is where we get to see the Furious 5 come together. And this is the pinnacle of the way to do it, as like once again it keeps that 2D animation style, but it also finds a way to kind of combine that story that was in the first Kung Fu Panda and make it a story with our Furious 5, where throughout the entire thing, Shifu is trying to teach Tigress how to fight like him and be like him, but you can't really do that because Tigress is not Shifu. Shifu is a red panda, Tigress is a tiger, And through this, as the Furious 5 come to be, you start to realize all of these characters have different fighting styles. Tigress has a tiger fighting style. Monkey has a monkey style. Mantis bug style. Crane, bird styles. Viper, snake style. And they incorporate that with all uniqueness, and you see the origins of how they come together, and you see how Secrets of the Furious 5 kind of fits into this story, and how they kind of all fit together. And even just like it did such a unique stuff. Even seeing Poe as a teenager, and the fact that his scroll was the one that brought the Furious 5 together was kind of cool. And like even just having like this Boar character, that this one simple threat that they could use to bring the Furious 5 together was something kind of unique, and I really enjoyed that. So I overall really enjoyed this one, and I thought it was a good origin story for these characters, to bring these characters together. So I thought it was really good. You're going in B tier. Next up we have Kung Fu Panda 3, which I would actually say is the last good thing Kung Fu Panda franchise has ever given us. Of course, I think the action is still good, the animation is great, the score from Hans Zimmer is once again fantastic. However, this movie does kind of fall a little bit flat on some things. I do like seeing the Panda Village. It is kind of unique and cool, and a new, fresh experience to the Kung Fu Panda franchise. But it kind of doesn't really have that same impact that we get with the other films. Plus, I kind of feel like the non-usage of the Furious 5 was kind of meh. But, and Kai was a pretty cool villain. J.K. Simmons bringing him in was kind of cool. And it also is still pretty funny. And some humor didn't work as well. But I still really did enjoy it. It's an overall really enjoyable film. So I have to give it credit for the doubt. It's going to go in B tier. And I do like the story of Poe becoming a teacher and being able to teach what he has learned over the years. So that story worked for me. And yeah, that's the good stuff on this list. Now we'll talk about the next two shows, Paws of Destiny and Dragon Knight. I'm just going to straight put them up in the D tier. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of these two shows, y'all. I'm not. Part of the reason for this one is they don't have the usual Kung Fu Panda characters. Where's Master Shifu? Where's the Furious 5? The last time we saw the Furious 5 before Kung Fu Panda 4 was literally Kung Fu Panda 3 and Legends of Awesomeness. And so it feels very weird. And, I mean, sure, you do get some awesomeness with Poe, and you do get some cool action throughout this, but I don't care about these panda cubs, teaching them Kung Fu and Chi. I don't care about this bear from England, and all these other Dragonite characters. I don't care about that. I want to see the usual characters. That's why Legends of Awesomeness is my favorite Kung Fu Panda series, because it actually does what I like from Kung Fu Panda, and it takes the stuff from the movie and puts it in a show, and you get to spend time with it. But they're easily disappointing, and I do not care about any of the plot lines or the characters or anything. But then finally we have Kung Fu Panda 4, and of course it's still enjoyable. There's still some exciting action, some pretty great comedy, some Jack Black's Poe is still great. We never forget to mention the Hit Me Baby One More Time by Jack Black. Still awesome. At the same time, there's a lot of issues. You can go see my review for it, but where will I put it? It's still enjoyable though, so I will put it in the C tier. It's at least better for any projects that don't really include Master Shifu or the Furious 5. It's at least better than the TV shows that we got, so I will put it there. And that's my tier list of the Kung Fu Panda projects. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. If you like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.